Well, Olivia really loves life. She loves being with people, and she lives her favorite things to the fullest.
Well, everything about her is fantastic. Sometimes she can be a bit of a brat. She can demand things, and if those demands aren't met, then there will be consequences. So I think that she's a perfect mix of those two things. And
she is probably one of the happiest human beings on the planet. She literally wakes up almost every morning singing. It's a tough situation, but living with somebody that's perpetually happy, I think it brings a ton of joy to this household. And I think the people that come in this household really cherish their time here. I really think Olivia uplifts everybody that she comes in contact with.
So I've known Olivia for a very long time. I first met her when she was a little baby, and she had a number of different neurosurgery procedures to treat a condition called hydrocephalus. And so when I first met Olivia, one of the challenges that I know I had, and I think her parents struggled with, is what would this mean for her? That's a question that parents always ask, and it's a hard question to answer because the reality is it's often an unknown. And the range of abilities and outcomes in children with hydrocephalus is huge. I expected that Olivia would have challenges. She's, I think, exceeded any expectations I had about how well she would do. What I was struck by in Olivia's parents is how well they responded to the challenges that went along with Olivia's first few years of life, and how they were able to create an environment where she was able to thrive and to reach her potential. Olivia is Olivia, and anybody who's met her knows that I think the world is a better place because she's in it, for sure.
So of course, Olivia went to soccer, and that's when she...
Well, my relationship with Olivia morphed over the years. We began as educational assistant and student and worked together for 5 years, but then our relationship morphed into friendship. And now I would say perhaps I'm her #1 fan. Just try to imagine a tiny little girl who can't see entering a large school. She has her backpack with her lunch in it. She doesn't know where she's going or where to put her shoes. And fast forward, exiting grade 12 with all the skills she needs to take on her life. One of the first things you notice about her is her beautiful singing voice. The thing that we needed to work on at first was using her singing voice to sing with other people, because she wanted to listen to the other children. So the first year we practiced and practiced and practiced, and by grade 2, she was ready to join the choir. So we showed up in choir and she sang her heart out.
She was so committed to her job, and she was so committed to Olivia maximizing whatever her potential could be, and she was constantly coming up with ideas, constantly focused on Olivia blossoming as best as she could. So Dale really got us started on the right foot in the school system.
What song are we gonna sing?
Olivia's talent for singing obviously is apparent. I mean, music is where she shines, and that's how she connects. She can also memorize songs by only hearing them once or twice. She can memorize a song. She also helps me tune my guitar. She has perfect pitch, so that's always a fun thing that we do in sessions too. She will sing each pitch, we tune up each string, and away we go.
Hello, hello to Allie today. So good to see you, Allie. So good.
I mean, she's just been incredibly profound in my relationship with music and the work that I've done too. She was the flower girl at my wedding. I mean, she, you know, has just been a huge part of my life.
Those two, Allie and Olivia, have really built a bond. I know Allie has a real soft spot in her heart for Olivia.
Baby, I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
We were searching for every possible support for her development, and so the Movement Center, what was that?
So the Movement Center is a Conductive Education Rehabilitation Center. It's a movement learning philosophy that we apply in a group learning situation. So we help clients learn to move and relearn to move. We also incorporate skills of self-care and hygiene and all activities of daily living to help people apply the movement learning in class to real-life situations so they can be as independent as they need to be. Knowing Olivia is a real joy. I remember one of my first days at the Movement Center when I was an assistant, and it was just so fun. She has such a joy for life, and getting to be Olivia's friend and finding out what she loves and what makes her happy is what makes the job worthwhile.
It's one of her favorite places to go. The Movement Center was a brilliant option for us to try and maximize her potential as it relates to her mobility and to performing everyday living functions.
Olivia started high school at Vincent Massey, and we were all together to map out what the future potential for Olivia could be. Somebody suggested singing at a Jets game, and you know, at the time, Tim and I thought, you know, that sounds like a nice idea, but you know, well, let's put it on there and, you know, see what happens. But it really was very conceptual at that time.
Can you tell me about the first time you heard Olivia perform?
Sure. Actually, it was at a memorial service and heard Olivia sing there. And I think what really caught my attention was the connection between Olivia and her father. And that really just kind of grabbed me. And from that point on, it was just sort of magical, just watching her sing her heart out. And I think it was at the reception after the memorial service. I was talking to Steady, and you know, and he had mentioned that it had been a kind of a dream of the families and of Olivia's to sing the anthem one day, and I jokingly said, I think we can probably find a way to make that happen, and yeah, I just basically was an observer from that point on.
There was a level of excitement building with our whole family. I mean, we had actually put a lot into this day because we wanted friends and family to be there. We made a concerted effort to sell as many tickets as we can that night. A, because I love the Jets, I wanted them supported, and this became a great opportunity to support the Jets, but more so that people could see Olivia live. So it clearly was pure excitement.
I just knew she was going to capture people's hearts. So I guess I was really looking forward to it, and but honestly, it far exceeded what I expected. I
was excited, but I was unbelievably nervous, like unbelievably nervous.
And now please rise if you're able. Kindly remove your hats and welcome a singer who's representing the Movement Center of Manitoba and the entire inclusion community. Jets fans, put your hands together for Olivia Steadman.
What so proud?
I can't believe how touched people were by that performance. It was
I sort of feel the same way every time she sings, is that I'm like hanging on every note that comes out of her mouth. But what was so cool is that it's not just me hanging on the end of every single note, it was everybody in that building.
An event like that it captures your heart and it opens it up, and so it was quite emotional. I think I was for my wife and I, and I think for most. It was just a really, really heartwarming experience.
It was amazing. The joy on her face and the way she moves with the music. She was just doing it all for herself. All of her classmates, the peers that she works with every day in class here, were so, so proud of her, and there was a lot of tears in our boxes up there supporting her, and it was just amazing for our community and for Olivia to get to experience that.
I was so proud, really, like just so proud, emotional. I mean, I was certainly bawling through the whole thing.
And I admit I was a little nervous. You know, I can't imagine singing in front, I can't imagine just being in front of that many people, but singing, and it was just incredible. My wife was with me and we were both crying.
She has overcome so much to get to this point in her life. And I was so honored to be there in the stands. And we all know she absolutely knocked it out of the park.
I had no idea the level of applause that we were going to receive as we walked off that ice together. And it was an absolutely magical moment. And again, people said, how do you keep it together? Well, I was happy. I knew she was going to nail it, and I was just proud.
So I think when I first met Olivia, and knowing that the challenges that she had, that you told me she'd be singing the national anthems at a Jets game when she's 22, I don't think I would have thought that as a possibility. So to see that was incredible. I think Olivia is a living example that even when we think someone might not be capable of something, they prove us wrong.